Afraid of making mistakes in your kitchen? Well, we're going to fix some today on purpose with cooking instructor Marisa Mariella. And she's going to show us these mistakes. She's going to show us some really valuable life lessons.
All right, excellent. So I have to say, yesterday as I was prepping, I was intentionally making mistakes. But let's face it, it happens, right?
It happens. So
Julia Child even says that.
You burn a cookie.
Well, let's talk about cake. This is one of my worst nightmares, right? You make a cake and it doesn't come out, or half of it comes out and the other half remains. So trifle it. Right,
okay.
Cut it up into chunks.
So you've just got it in the chunks
little
here,
chunks,
then?
Exactly. And I've just layered it with some pudding and some whipped cream, and you can decorate it with some fresh fruit and some cherry jam. And if you're having, a very special event, use champagne glasses, use a little lime, just like how you would make a margarita. And I've got here some toasted coconut, and you can make individual trifles.
And no one will know that your cake never came out of the pan. That's right.
And don't admit your mistakes, right? I think we're so honest. We tell people, oh, this didn't turn out. You know what? Let's just keep that quiet. We'll keep it our secret, and people will enjoy the dessert.
Okay. I love what you did with the cookies here, too.
Burnt cookies. You walk away from the oven for a minute. That's all it takes, and then you burn them, right? So you use a grater. A box grater would work. You know how you scrape off burnt toast?
Toast, yeah.
It's the same idea. So you're going to scrape off the burnt part. And for these were shortbread. I just made a little bit of a melted chocolate chips, and you dip it, and look, you get little beautiful chocolate-covered fingers.
Oh,
see? And that was burnt shortbread. So here I have chocolate chip cookies, and I thought, oh, what am I going to do? So same idea. I cut away all the burnt stuff. I made some ganache and made some sandwich cookies, but then they were so big, right? So I cut them in half, and I thought, oh, just to make them look really pretty, I melted some white chocolate and shaved some chocolate and dipped it in. Look how pretty that looks.
And I mean, you pay a fortune for these.
And these were burnt,
shop, right?
And these were burnt.
But don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't
I think
tell
people, when they make a mistake, they come to the wrong conclusion. See, I can't cook, I can't bake. But we have to understand it happens to everybody, even the professional chefs. And what you see on TV or on social media, it's all been edited, the angles.
They have food stylists come in and prep everything, right?
Yeah. Okay, and what happens with dried out chicken? Right? You might have an idea of doing some seared chicken, maybe with some salad, and you walk away for a minute and you burn the chicken, right? So if you notice here, I have here, this one here, I just couldn't bring myself to make it really black, but we know that happens, right?
Yes.
So you just cut off the burnt part, right? And clean up your pan. You never want to go back to a dirty burnt pan. And then I just shredded it, and we want to add moisture. So I added some onions and some tomatoes and some peppers. We're making tacos. That could be your dinner. So never mind that seared chicken, whatever idea you had, you're going to have to change the plan and make tacos. And if you don't like those seasonings, you can use some tomato sauce or barbecue sauce, make it into like a pulled chicken sandwich. You can make some pasta, put it on top. The idea is to add moisture and be creative.
Right. We got about a minute left, but I really like that because so many people, and we don't have the life skills anymore, right? To do the basics. So don't be afraid. And sometimes I'm intimidated by like looking at a website or something, but I know, I'm like, okay, that cake looks perfect. But I also know there's probably 40 versions of that cake have been made for that website or for that post.
And if you want something perfect, then you go to the professionals. But this is home cooking. We're trying to nourish our bodies and feed our families. What a beautiful gift. And when you give a gift of food to your family or neighbors, friends, you don't tell them, oh, I burnt this. This was 50% off, right? You don't admit that, right? So you turn it into something creative. You're going to feel really good about it. And your family and friends will appreciate your gift.
Okay, we're going to get all your social media links up on our website, chch.com. And guess what? We're eating all this. And there's no mistakes.
No mistakes here. Thank you.